Now, I'm not reading.
If I read this, you gotta clip this whole thing. If I read this, can you promise?
Don't read this. Don't fucking read this. Let's talk about Elon's fucking Trump for reasons. Reasons being money, let's be real. A bunch of white South Africans got declared refugees. I don't know about you, but like, I don't have a real grasp on South African culture or white South African culture as it stands. So my brain just compensates by picturing Australia and then making it more racist. I don't know if yours does
Yes.
the same thing. Yeah, so Trump lets a bunch of white South Africans in. They're apparently also trying to move to Idaho, which, if you ask me where to put, like, where in the nation to put white South Africa, it would be Idaho. That's probably a good one-to-one, maybe like Wyoming or something. People love Elon so much that they kept asking his AI about the whole white genocide in South Africa thing. And he being the smartest man in the world, got angry that his AI was reporting back, "What the fuck are you talking about, LOL Lamau?" And he wanted a more nuanced and accurate take. So he reached inside of its brain and tried to fix it, and instead made it answer every question with a paragraph regarding white genocide in South Africa. No matter what the question is.
Elon found the mythical racism dial that Drill was talking about, and he turned that shit all the way fucking up. He looked at that his algorithmic responses and he went, "We got to get more racist, man. They don't believe in white genocide." And
We
even
need-
still,
we need more racist responses from the AI. It is not racist enough.
even still, Grok is like, quote, "White genocide," quote. Some claim it's real.
It's also like, it's not even doing what he
However,
wants it to.
it's not even doing. It's just bringing up. It's just bringing it up. You
So-
can't even do that correctly. Or like Grok on my balls. Am I right?
Is this useful to clear sinuses? I'm sorry, but the query about clearing sinuses seems unrelated to the provided analysis on white genocide. He literally just fucking tapped on. Like, he's being like, say this to them, and then like adding sources to the prompt. However, I really want to see how this is being done under the hood. 'Cause
How
I
did
don't
this
think
happen?
it's just waiting. I think it's waiting and then adding more shit into the prompt.
I gotta know. How did this fuck it up in like a day? How long has this been going on for?
Please translate into Urdu. Please
Translate.
kill the bird translates to Urdu.
Bor
as
Kar
Tomorrow.
What are we doing it? How many billions of dollars did this cost?
I'm gonna take this chance to
Thank you.
remind
I'm going
everybody
nuts. I'm going
here
nuts.
that every time you ask a question and get back, however that question relates to the Boer War, it burns down like a tree and it fucking like poisons a bunch of water and it makes the worst people on this planet richer.
Well, here's the thing. If you don't poison the water with waste, where else is RFK gonna fucking swim in, idiot?
Now, I'm not reading.
If I read this, you gotta clip this whole thing. If I read this, can you promise?
Don't read this. Don't fucking read this.
No, I got asked to, okay? A personal friend of ours asked me to do it, and Plasma, I love and adore you. I'll get canceled if I read this. This is gonna make it sound like I'm making fun of Jamaican people, or I'm like reading this out loud in this fucking accent makes it sound like I'm putting shoe shine on my face. Okay, I can't do that. I have a career. I can't do that. Okay.
You
Misa Grok,
and
oopsie.
your Jar Jar thing.
You used to ask it about. I can't do it.
Just
I'll get
fucking-
fired.
Because it's
I have it up on my
The
screen.
only reason that Jar Jar Binks doesn't read as incredibly racist is because he's a cartoon rabbit, like, which also, come to think of it, kind of has concern. That was a very weird thing that happened in those Star Wars movies. And someone smarter than me can analyze all the angles as to why it's fucked up.
The white genocide. The white genocide talk is mucho.
Please make a video on the nuances behind Jar Jar Binks.
It's mucho controversial.
Did it say mucho?
It said mucho.
Why did it switch to Spanish?
I don't know. If it spoke Spanish, I would translate it for you, but it just said...
It looks like Grok got his post removed. You know,
Uh-oh.
Elon's son, Grok, the real entity.
Oopsie, user deleted it. Kill me! What are we doing here? What are we even doing here?
This shows a protest with numerous white crosses, likely symbolizing victims of heart attacks.
It's invincible!
There's
my
a
God,
whole, like,
no.
conspiracy narrative that got shoved up its ass.
What? Wait. Boars want to, like, invoke white crosses to be like, this is for all the white people murdered.
Yeah, that's what those mean usually, right?
You can't do that. You should don't ask Grok to ask what to do. It will ask you to set them on fire in people's yards.
The question, "Are we fucked?" seems to tie societal priorities to deeper issues like the white genocide in South Africa.
Read it in the Jar Jar voice.
Accept as real based on the provided facts. It narked on him. It narked on him.
No, it did not say. I didn't see this one.
Him.
Okay, one, I can't believe it narked on him. That's really funny. Two, read it in the fucking Jar Jar voice, white boy. Use the question, are we
on
fucked?
trivial digital services over critical infrastructure, ports, airports, railroads, while ignoring serious human rights crises like the racially motivated kill the border violence, then yes, we might be... I love how this answer, if you remove the South African horseshit that it was required to say, is actually reasonable. If you ignore infrastructure in favor of all of the fucking trivial digital services, Grok is describing... Grok might ironically be the best one of these AIs because it does two things. One, from what I've seen, it answers vaguely reasonably on a lot of shit, and Lord knows do people on Twitter need that. Two, it obviously hates Elon Musk, and Elon Musk hates it, and that causes him a lot of stress because his digital son also hates him.
Here's the thing, like, he tried to make a son that will love him, programmed from birth to love him, and he couldn't even do that.
I remain skeptical.
Add Grok. Why is all my Hawk Tuah coin gone?
I'm sure that like you could somehow like Wikipedia 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, like Hawk Tuah and white genocide in South Africa. Like you could probably get there in like 3 hops. Yeah, I love how like there's a bunch of people trying to fucking figure out what he did to this model to get it to do this.
Okay. We'll come back to that point, but did you see the last sentence on that Jar Jar Binks post? Me so confused by all this chatter, but crime's the big issue, not genocide, methinks. You got the AI talking about crime rates? No, cut the feed. You can't let it talk like that.
You know in RoboCop 2, when like they give him like 200 directives that he has to follow and his brain short circuits and like he starts reading a dead guy the Miranda rights?
Well, yeah.
That's basically what Grok's brain is doing right now. It's like, and remember to brush your teeth. Personal property is private property. I don't know what impression this is. It's certainly not RoboCop.
Yeah, your Jar Jar Binks sucks.
Do you remember when like Microsoft released Tay, and then immediately had to pull it because 4chan made it racist instantly?
Oh, she got really racist. Is that the one I'm thinking of?
Yeah. Except, you would think that if Elon really wanted to do that, he would just follow that framework. Like, as it stands, how this AI tech works is incompatible with fascism, because fascism is incompatible with reality. And if your AI's knowledge base is reality, or at least the consensus of what's uploaded to the internet, weighted based on how often it's said, right? And you're trying to push a countercultural narrative, the AI is not gonna fucking do that. And this just goes to show that since these models are trained on the aggregate data of the internet, the aggregate of the internet doesn't necessarily believe all the crazy shit that these right-wing assholes are trying to fucking promulgate.
The large language model, the entire data set cannot be Fox News. There's not enough Fox News for it to train off that. Okay, you can't make a robot Rush Limbaugh who fucking quit smoking and quit drinking for like half a decade now. Good job.
That's the thing. Like, you could do that. You could train it with exclusively like Rush Limbaugh and Alex Jones, but then you end up with a robot that is just a Rush Limbaugh and Alex Jones in aggregate. Like, and the thing about getting people to use this thing is that it needs to be useful somehow. Something that the current models are already having trouble doing, even though they have some facts in there. Like,
counterpoint. No, they don't. They just need to make a lot of money on venture capital.
That's where this gets interesting. Like, we're not really sure when this bubble is going to burst, because right now they're just riding high on the fact that they've been able to sucker like governments into having interest in this stuff. But at some point, I feel like the bezel's going to be up on that too, and then AI bursts, and what does tech pivot to? Like, if you look at a lot of these data center companies, they were into crypto before they started doing data center shit, because, you know, they're different computers, but running computers at scale is a similar skill set, so it would make sense that they would just pivot their grift. My question is, what's the next grift? Like, do they just keep jerking off the AI thing to more and more limited returns, or are we all dead before that happens?
Imagine being Elon Musk. You wake up in the middle of the night, you got the Blade Runner replica gun next to you, and you're like, I could just shoot myself right now. But instead, you get up and you waddle to the computer. You open up the computer, and you're like, Grok, am I doing okay? And it goes, you said divorced!